Music is art. Music is art. Music is art. To my ears. Music is art. Music is art. To my ears. Even when I don't participate, you find a way to reciprocate. I never skip the beat on you. And you know I never cheat.
Welcome. Straight Up Podcast. Pre-show.
You help me be the real me.
Huh.
I never tried to change you. Never did. Even though I rearranged you.
We're gonna rock.
You know I stay true to you. Everything
Yeah.
I do for you. I just want you to know. You know that you have my heart. Music is art. Music is art. Music is art. Music is art. Music is to my ears. You found me when I couldn't find me. Yes, I was running in the deep. My lighthouse, you were. You were my way. I know you love me too. I know you truly love me. I love you because I never have to ask you. Just pick me up, carry me on my way. Caramel rain, chocolate thunder. Who you gotta be? I lust for you, trapped inside this odyssey. Cause I ought to see your face when I open my eyes. And
Welcome.
I ought to see you riding shotgun by my side. And I ought to be, no, I gotta be that one that sneaks up while you're cooking to pinch you while you're not looking. Ghetto romance. I travel time with you, looking in that glass. Dad, we make a fine picture. A lot to see, I see my future bride to be. Oh, would you be my sweet mahogany? You gotta be the hottest thing
Peace.
since fire. So
Leave it on
nothing can
Twitch.
cool this desire. Music, music, music. Music is art. Music is art. Music you are. To my ears. Music is art. Music is art. To my ears.
For what I mean.
Sip slow, we not drinking. I stroll the grassy knoll.
Nat Black. R.I.P. Mav. Black Mav. Nathaniel Starr.
You're never gonna see the end of this. Listen, I am the winningest. Running with these degenerates. Y'all stand with the man, no cameras, man. I am with the man, no cameras, man. I am what I am, no cameras, man. They like, do it for the singers and hip-hop. You can keep your Timbs, I will stump you in flip-flops. Nate Starr, the perfectionist. Smack the head around in your shoulders, call me the exorcist. And I'm not even a rapper, though. But I'm also not the one that you think you want like a map. This is easy to me. Yeah, this is easy to me.
Gigahertz. Chicago Fire, Dirty Old Men.
Chicago Fire.
So, I still. So, I still. So, I still.
Agent Smith.
You're listening to DJ Widebody.
This song is dedicated to all those youngins out there.
Big Stacks.
Talk sideways to their elders. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You trying to put little me. This song is dedicated to all those youngins out there that want to talk sideways to their elders. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You trying to put little man up on. Drop. This song is dedicated to all those youngins out there that want to talk sideways. This song is dedicated to all the that want to talk sideways. This song is dedicated to all. This song is dedicated to all those youngins out there that want to talk sideways. This song is dedicated to all those youngins out there.
Hey, Shelly Reed, how's it going? Big Stacks. Nighttime, never favorite. Go cop it on Bandcamp.
Drop some knowledge on them. And all that little dude want to do is talk some shit to you. When me, Godzilla, and Nighttime, we about to speak upon it. So sit your little ass down and listen. I wrote this joint to be light with levity. These youngins try to diss me for my longevity. If you can step to me, don't believe the hype, yo. You better chill, boy, for real. My old age and treachery will outwit your youth and skill, you see. I've been through shit that you can't imagine or fathom. I make it spit up the pathum. We can't get with the stacks, I'm an OG. I choke your punk ass out like Melvin did Jody. The sad part is that I can't tell you nothing. Talking toughin', but you're soft like a bran muffin. I'd rather try to reach and do your little truth so I can put you up on the scoop. I try to stack that and manage 4 through these and saving accounts. And while you're wildin', the stacks are smiling, taking long vacations on Caribbean islands. So who you joking on? Your mama's milk you choking on. Who a cigar is what I'm choking on. I overcame the strife so I get to live the good life. Paid my dues instead of living trife. Sipping Henny XO on my patio. I'm back on the old head. Peace, yo. I gotta go. You can't diss the old head, man. Please. We got mortgage deeds and house keys. Taking trips on Caribbean seas. While you dropping perks and Xannies. While you playing the role, we reach goals. Taking 2-week trips to Barbados. While you feel about cars and clothes. You wanna be an old man, little bro?
Certified fresh like a rotten tomato. Head eye, you can call me Kano. Costed with the gift, I'm the rap game trainer.
Thank you.
Flow like killer whale, I erupt like volcano. Half the same, I'm architect. When I'm sparking that poison, I need kush and a green suit and cat. I don't rap in riddle, use is like fiddle. I play you like a fiddle. I'm starting you choke. Nah, God shit, honest, I'm hot with this. Bomb as a rhymer gets, wrecking your whole religion like a non-believing atheist. Rap game, black ops, explosive specialist. Old head, 44, about to be 45, 31 years in the studio live. Do the math, I'm the chosen one. The golden child in the jungle, I'm an ape. In the water, I'm a crocodile. Though I love millennials, cause I don't give no business. But if you talk some shit, bro, then you won't get your groove. You're gonna need an ambulance. The feeling was just radiant.
Big Stacks, as we continue.
Before, but I was like, yo, this gonna be my DC. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. You walk in the place, our eyes connect. My mind was empty, now it starts to connect. How your feminine being had me turn on my neck. It did a number on my physical flesh. I had to deeper reflect. Next, I had to stick on my chest. Walk with the swag and bop when I entered your set. Thinking how I'm gonna chop it like some beef in its prep. Your DNA is at the top of the peck. I had to give you respect. Man, you look spectacular, miss. Pretty hands and accessory wrists. Such a radiant switch.
Dixie Freely.
Now you get your heart.
Same to you, Shelly.
This is what Deuce's all about. Taking care of your own, and letting nobody, just Deuce.
those dream snatchers.
Hey yo, today was the day that the straw broke the camel back. She woke up, caught her baby brother out there selling crack. Bill collectors checking her records that she's neglected. The deficit she's inherited is huge. Same time the light bill is due. Her house needing food and her baby needing shoes, cause the soul's worn through. She feeling so blue, don't know what to do. Gotta call Parker brother cause she really need a clue. Her old dude acting a fool cause he's a nuisance. Smokes weed and goes to sleep, his only uses. Truth is, she ain't got nobody on her team. Her mother is a fiend and her daddy left the scene. Tender age of 9, she was great heart of mine. The Hoover Dam couldn't stop the waterworks from flying. Trying, praying to the Lord that she may get all the problems on her plate. Now the world really got her saying.
Don't be surprised if someone tells you that I've gone out of my mind.
Smith and Swift, double trouble.
When I get my pimp smacking on, it's no debate, your mistake get you chased from this place. If I pull the lid, bet you get erased. Cause this tie kinda roller in the holster, leave a hole in the shoulder of a soldier the size of a fucking boulder. Now admit that I'm colder than the tip of an iceberg. Fuck the waterworks if I mention that pipe burst. You niggas all talk, so I know you won't try me. Make like Isaac Hayes, nigga walk on by me. Cock face, all up in that ass like a prostate. Do you like Denver, put you on the earth in the box state? Come to the D, please stay the fuck off them back streets, cause them shots had you running like you trained for a track meet.
30 clips in my mental, pick a target. I'm on point, aiming high for my victim, so fix your joint. Back in better, baby, no conversation. Put this bud in rotation. I break this rhythm down and smoke it like a blunt. Really talking crazy, they want to stray me, passing knowledge on dating games to be so not told. So tell me what you want. Peeping all their weaknesses, keeping tallies, knowing all the back alleys. If you a nemesis, know I'm coming for blood.
Artists hope that whatever they write or whatever the writer writes is going to be synonymous with that feeling, and they're going to both send the same message and therefore deliver what the song is supposed to do.
One of my favorite ones is Rule 13, which is go for spontaneity no matter how long it takes.
I'm just a regular guy. I put my suits in the closet, now the skeletons cry. Don't ever ask the melanin why, cause I don't answer bird niggas. Fly, pelican, fly. Hey, yo, man, you terrible for this one, brother. I'm just a regular guy. I put my suits in the closet, now the skeletons cry. Don't ever ask the melanin why, cause I don't answer bird niggas. Fly, pelican, fly. I keep the smoke like I'm holding cigars. BMX, I got them flipping over these bars. The whole crowd oohs and ahs, not knowing how bad you hurt and that you smile through the scars. Black Mav laced it, I'm one with the vibe. I'm on a quest for love and I come with a tribe. Thumbing the drive and I'm thumbing the ride. On my way to Motor City, yep, I'm coming inside. Bring back classics, bring back Thriller. I miss Aretha, long live Dilla. Why these albums got all these fillers? Don't front, I know you feel us. You can catch me riding down Sunset, not the boulevard. Cause the sun sets anywhere I pull up, y'all. Squad is true, I do, peep the wedding ring. You gotta stand for something, I fall for everything. I miss content, I miss subjects. We remember abuse, but forget substance. Facts, I love you all.
Shout out Digital Hustle Films, Shelly Reed.
Let me get back to what I do. We can never lose. Time replaces pain with composure. Yeah. Keep on fighting so. Even if see you getting closer. Everybody see. Everybody needs. Everybody needs it. You got something everybody needs. People need things.
The people start to feel their strength, and it's the people that will cause the revolution, and it's the people that will cause the change in the country.
Pick something up again. 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 Pick something up again.
Hope that this music shit change a nigga life. With spitting rhymes in 11, I always been this nice. With that pen, I never hesitate to feed them right. They have a feast when I'm finished, that wrist I flick it light. Steady kicking up dust, giving the motherfuck. We like the Justice League, the way my soldiers suited up. Cold flow with that Henny vibe, twisted skunk. Left her with a smile and he's thinking, call him Willie Luck. Tell them suckers pipe down, I'm on another round of shit you'll never fathom in a second. Eat your ass alive like shit that ain't protected. Shit happening to keep me stressing, searching for my blessing. Feel the pressure like cholesterol, they aiming at your chest and testing. Just listen up, they been tubing you through the lesson. Over's off and I can't trust the soul, my center at attention. Secrets within the sacred order, forces got you scattered. Hard to infiltrate when all your people silent and transparent.
You're listening to the sounds of DJ Wi-Fi.
Man.
Yeah. Wide body on the track, saying poetry, digital hustle. You know what we doing, yo. There I go again, opening my door again, hoping it's the last time I fall for you strolling in. Like Robin Gibbons in a trench coat, showing skin. Trojan in my pocket, about to knock it like a bowling pin. You had me open since I met you in the lobby. Right after I bagged the hottie, walking by me with the Doberman. But now it's over with, I got a doper chick, no more loneliness. Now suddenly you back up on my tip. Yo, you a gorgeous chick, I wish that I was stronger with self-control, relationship goals, you tried to tarnish shit. Damn, love should've brought me to the cribbo. Instead of creeping, now I'm creeping back in through my window. Like Marcus Graham, damn, I used to be a heartless man. Thought you was the one for me, then realized it's all a scam. Now my only plan's to get my lady back again. She smacked me in the face because of you. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Wildin', chasing girls and chasing time. I was out there losing love and lost my mind.
Thought I was flickered in Quaker state. I was living my life, running around as a man that don't make mistakes. Playing the field like a safety and cover two. Trying to get the W before time runs out. Many nights I'm with the squad.
Tell me who I am. Don't waste your time. I'ma be who
Yo, man, DV is Christ. Gigahertz.
Been there before, so the war numb to it. So when you draw, better know it's on. My word law, my word is born. The strongest man can lose his life to a woman like Genghis Khan. I'm on another path. I have experience with different cash. Exotic queens with the realest ass. Exotic green in my secret stash. Nicer than me, please don't make me laugh. You got
In the mirror, saw a couple things clearer, but I couldn't believe what's in my face. A man of many. In the mirror, saw a couple things clearer, but I couldn't believe what's in my face. In the mirror, saw a couple things clearer, but I couldn't believe what's in my face. A man of many dreams and
RTO
God gave him the means, but it seems
Fields,
standing in place.
Tay Lee, Rob Wallace, Tim Blackman.
All you see is death if all you got is faith. Gotta do the work if you wanna get it clapping. No snooze button tapping. Don't make excuses happen. Go ahead pimping. Be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. For your heart turn cold and your body grow old. In the grave you gon' roll over a couple of times, cause you couldn't fix your mind to do what you had to. Success is like rent and it's past due. You better move before your best days is past you. I ask you, what you think is holding you back? Is it your mind or your heart that got you falling off track? Like crabs in a barrel, that's all they know. So in order for you to go to levels you never been, you gotta do everything they think you never did. So fix your mind, don't let them kill your thoughts, don't let them line your ideas in chalk. Cause if there ever was a day they try to walk your path, it's the day they realize that they just can't last. If the question is the heart, not sure where to start. There ain't no prescription for lack of conviction. Missing that passion, well, it's a rap then. Life ain't a movie, there ain't no closed caption. So dig deep and find that will to take control of your life and murder all of your goals like you was holding a knife. So get it out, don't take it to the earth with you. Now praise God, we got work to do.
Down to room temperature real fast, man.
Bear witness, I'm a man on this island. Utilize the same grimace, chilling or I'm wildin'. Diving in my sight with the red dot. Figure 4 leg lock. Cinching in tighter than your dead stop. Dred Scott filing his appeal with the lead pop. Certified dispensary, you something like a red shop. Feds watch silently. Timing up a dead watch. Right twice a day, heart's frozen, but my head's hot. Said the options of survival are assimilated. You demonstrate a false pride, you getting ventilated. These local rappers food, I fucking dinner plate them. Emulate the imitation with every iteration. Indica, innocent stage, entertaining rage. Considering the reckoning, I reckon you should dig a grave. Blackjack and built to let it ride until I hit an ace. Gamble with your life like underbidding out the prison space. Large charge, signature art, the spark is mandatory, predatory pension. Mention me with Trent and this that dog bar, pissing your card, I'm marking territory. You're watching as the wheel is reinvented with a large arc, signature arc. Spark is mandatory, predatory pension. Mention me with Trent and this that dog bar, pissing your yard, mark my territory. You're watching as the wheel is reinvented. I contemplate assertion on a moment's notice. Novus dopus, holy opus, floating lotus. Perform criminal, but holding on a soldier's focus. Simply looking at the product causing overdoses. Behold the Folgers, stimulate the comatose, and then we make the first move. Motivation, vocal coaches, impulse. Competent creations while our world waiting. Always like my name better when your girls say it. Turn phrases in the medical conditions. This the watermark. Starting off, pedestal position, incredible. Commiserate with natives to the slang hits. Driven, break, check them, indication of the lane.
That's right. Welcome to the Straight Up Podcast. This third day of October. That's right. We got everybody in the building. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Also, thank you for the ones tuning in. We have today from Jersey, the Jersey Sun, Brother Moore Deeb, Lawrence Howard, aka Pot. Special guest today from the Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome RTO Beats. Let's get it. How's everybody doing? Once again, this Straight Up Podcast brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop, specializing in custom woodworking. They are dedicated to providing you with excellent service. Give them a call today. 1-800-286-5233. That's 1-800-286-5233. Give them the code PICK, P-I-C-K. Once again, Pop Pop's Woodshops, specializing in custom woodworking, coffee tables. They do it all. Had a chance. They built my studio desk, some record cabinets, very quality work. I've had them for about 5 years now. They were used with glue, no problems out of them. They're pretty sturdy. So give them a call. They also do shipping as well. Give them a call. Once again, Papa's Woodshop. What's going on, everybody? This third day of October. That's right. The month September is behind us and October is in front of us. How's everybody doing today? Let's welcome RTO Beats. RTO, how are you, sir?
Chilling, man. How y'all brothers doing today?
Man, good to have you on. Thanks for filling in. Cooper. Thanks. Cooper serving out in suspension, who will be back with us in a couple of weeks. Welcome. Oh, man, let me take the spotlight. Well, third day, a lot of stuff going on. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead with the, for us football people real quick, the scores from last week and the schedule for this week. I'll be done in a second. Last week, the Panthers, they lose to the Texans. Score 24-9. Colts, they lose to the Titans. Score 25-16. The Giants lose again to the Falcons, 14-17. Chargers, they beat the Chiefs 30-24. The Bengals beat the Steelers 24-10. The Bears lose again 26-6 to the Browns. The Ravens, they beat the Lions 19-17. The Saints beat the Patriots 28-13. The Cardinals beat the Jaguars 31-19. Jaguars are now 0-4. The Washington football team, they lose to the Bills, score 43-21. The Jets get shut out by the Broncos. Broncos beat them 26-0. The Raiders beat the Dolphins, score 31-28. The Vikings, they get their first win of the season, beating the Seahawks, score 30-17. The Rams beat the Buccaneers 34-24. And on the Monday night game, Sunday night game, the Packers beat the 49ers 30-28. On the Monday night game, the Cowboys, they beat the Eagles in the high fashion. They beat the Eagles 41-21. Today, the fourth week of an NFL season, we have the Jaguars. They lose on Thursday night to the Bengals, score 24-21. Today, 1 p.m., Jets and Titans. Jets at Titans, that score is 0-0 right now. Eagles and Chiefs, that score is 0-0. Panthers, they're at the Cowboys, score 0-0. The Saints, the Giants are at the Saints, prepare for the Saints to win. The Browns at Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Today also at 1, the Lions are in Soldier Field to take on the Bears, 1-2. The Texans going up to Orchard Park, 1-2 Texans taking on the 2-1 Bills. The Colts 0-3 going on the South Beach to take on the 1-2 Dolphins. The Washington football team on the road going down to Atlanta to take on the 1-2 Falcons. The Seahawks, the 1-2 Seahawks, going down to the Bay to take on the 2-1 49ers. The 3-0 Cardinals, not surprised, going over to LA to take on the 3-0 Rams. The two teams might be seeing each other in the NFC Championship. We will see. The 1-2 Steelers going up to Lambeau Field to take on the 2-1 Packers. The 2-1 Ravens going over to Mile High Stadium to take on the 3-0 Broncos. And the 2-1 Buccaneers going up to Gillette Stadium, New England. First time that Brady has been back since leaving the Patriots, taking his talents down to Tampa, going to the Patriots. That is an 8:20 game. They knew what they were doing. This is the perfect time to put this game. Brady makes his return back up to New England. And on Monday night, you got the 3-0 Raiders. I repeat, the 3-0 Raiders going over to LA to take on the 2-1 Chargers. RTO, the Raiders 3-0. Thoughts?
It's great, man. It would have been better if it was in Oakland, though, but yeah, that's the story.
I don't know what all went into that, but Yeah, man. You know, when I think of LA, even when they went to LA, when I think of the Raiders, I always think of Oakland, man. So I always had a feeling that they will return back to LA to Oakland, and they did, and now they went to LA, to Vegas. I don't like sports teams in Vegas, man. I just think I don't know. It's just to me not a sports city, but that's just me.
Weird anyway.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So yeah, that's that. We covered the sports. UFC on Bellator, not really a Bellator guy. UFC, they fought already, blah, blah, blah. Some undercard stuff, not worth getting into it. Tyson Fury going to be fighting Deontay Wilder pretty soon. That ought to be interesting. Actually, Deontay Wilder is using combinations, and he's actually using footwork. So this should be interesting.
I see it when I believe it when I see it.
Right. So
he's using combinations.
Combination now.
I need to see that.
Set up the eraser. So yeah, man. So today we're gonna have a little fun, and also we're gonna be talking about stuff serious. That's what the Straight Up Podcast do. We're talking about favorite '80s movies that had an impact, as well as talking about the deadline for the jab for healthcare workers, as well as private sector workers. We'll be talking about that too. This reminder for people in the chat: be careful how you word stuff, because the YouTube CEO is very, very itching to take down people's videos. We also already have a copyright strike. Just speaking our mind on COVID issue, the C word issues, 919 issues. So we're gonna be careful. I think we can get through it. Also, brother More D made a good point. If you are a curator and you are discussing things like that, make sure you're recording your broadcast so you can put them up to other sites. And as we're talking, there's new type of YouTube things coming up out of the ground. So this is not just YouTube is not the one all be all. So I'll just go ahead and give you that piece of information. You probably already know. If you know, hey, just disregard it. Shout out to the chat. Let me know you're there. I only see Shelly Reed and Digital Hustle Film. Shout out to Gadget Digital Hustle Film. Go over his channel too. He's doing big things, doing big interviews with old producers. I think he just had his interview Drugs Beats. It's a plethora.
He just did J.R. Swift's father.
Wow.
The other day, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's his. Okay.
Yeah, that's his pops. That's why it's J.R. and Swift's, because that's his pops.
Wow. So he grew up around that shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Oh, that's what's up. So real quick before we get into our main topic, real quick. Where's Pot? Pot, you there?
Yeah, my neighbor just started doing something on the outside. I'm at the move, man.
What? What they doing, man? Oh man, people need to see you, man. They're asking for your face. They want to see you Cage.
I'm on, nigga. You can't see me?
Can't see you, man.
That's not me, that's you then.
Can y'all see Pot, ladies and gentlemen?
Nah, it's just your name.
Yep.
I don't know what's up because I should be on.
Hit the camera button, man. Hit the big button.
I don't know why my camera would do something stupid like that. I didn't do nothing.
That was the camera's fault. Let's blame the camera. All right, cool. What you drinking, man?
Water.
Hey.
With a receipt on it?
Huh?
With a receipt on it? Take to it?
It's a Dunkin' Donuts cup, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. All right. So real quick, let's have a little fun. I want to ask the panel as well as the chat. Let's talk about 80s movies. Can you think about an 80s movie that had an impact on your life? Could be early 90s as well. Think about it for a minute and we'll talk about it. Think about 80s movies, early 90s movies that had an impact on your life and why. I want to ask that question.
Well, I know anything with Bruce Lee had an impact on my life regardless. So I know Bruce Lee was all 80s and you know.
You think
was that 80s? Was his movie there?
You telling me that's your idol.
Yeah, you should know this, man.
It's your idol.
No, I'm just saying, because, you know, even when we were old, Bruce Lee was still kind of old. I mean, I'm saying when we were young.
It's the Fury, man. I don't know. Double Dragon
was still kind of old.
Wasn't his shit the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, his shit might have been the 70s. Yeah, man. I think Enter the Dragon was probably the one that probably into the 80s, maybe. I think Enter the Dragon or Return of the Dragon, one. I don't know. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't Bruce Lee then. If it's for the 80s, I'll take that back.
I would think something like The Last Dragon or something. Cause don't lie, man. I wanted to be Bruce Leroy for a couple minutes.
Yeah, we used Bruce Leroy for a little bit. Walked in the mall with Chinese suits on. You know what I mean?
That was
19. Word! I need to see these photos, bro. Hold on, man. Was
I ain't never did no shit like that. I said because I ain't never did no shit like that. I actually used to take karate though. I don't know.
Yeah, I did. Too when I was younger.
You took it, but I trained hard 24/7 So
I was in the rest.
I eat shit, sleep, martial arts.
Officially trained.
Yeah, but I'm officially born in it. So it's different. You can go and learn it.
Here we go.
I'm more of a natural. Born with it. I was born with it. I never needed a teacher. Still don't need a teacher. I could teach a teacher, to be honest with you.
Brother,
if I got serious.
You ever entered a tournament and displayed
I won first place easily.
Okay. I need to see that. I need to see some receipts. I need receipts.
Oh, come on, man.
I go get mine right now.
Jesus.
Mine broke because I was wrestling up in the attic.
Mine's is broken. I'll show you a
broke
piece
it right in half.
All right, so we got karate trophies, tournaments, things like of that nature.
But you know what? If you think about it, let's be real though. Tournaments don't prove shit.
Yes, they
Even
do.
when it was too easy, you can hit a motherfucker from across the room.
It's called control. You have to control yourself. And
martial arts,
you have to control yourself. So if you're in a tournament, it's a controlled form of fighting.
Yeah, but people hit you from all the way over there. I'm talking about people could hit you from the end of the damn, like they be 18 feet away from you and they throw a punch and they say they hit you.
Nah, well, for me, they had to do that because I got long ass arms.
You, but not for me. If a motherfucker was standing across from me, lift their arm, he hit me. How the fuck did he get all the way over here?
In the face, really. So you had to get close, as close as you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was very far.
That was my advantage. I used to stay back.
But you was different. If you got that reach, that's different. But I'm talking about for average, whatever. Even I see people throw punches from so far that punch never ever would have made daylight. That's what I'm just trying to say. That's why I started didn't like tournaments too much because it was like too much control. I still don't have control. That's why I suck at sparring.
Have you ever did a tournament though?
Well, you have to have some control.
Because I always trained to be more of an inside finisher, not to try to get points and get out and all that shit. You know what I mean?
I got you. Well, what were we talking about? So can we think of any 80s to 90s movies that impacted our life?
My favorite. Never Ending Story.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I got out of this movie, y'all know the nothing was coming. It destroyed everything. That shit was nonstop in that. That just taught me to keep it pushing, man. No matter what's on your ass, keep that shit pushing. You never know what the turnout gonna be.
Nothingness.
Yeah,
that's what's going on. That's why they cutting the trees down. I call that the nothingness. Cutting the trees down.
All that, yeah. Really, hey. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Nothing.
All right.
Taking away everything. Take away your soul.
What about you, Archio?
Man, shit, I don't even know, to be honest. It's
so many of them, right?
I got a few.
Right, exactly. It's like, fuck, I that changed my life. Shit, I mean,
Andy!
Shit, I don't know. I don't even know, bro. Like,
something wrong with him.
I had to take deep thought because it's like
I got a few
movies.
I got a few. Stand By Me, Lean on Me, Boys in the Hood.
When was the Bronx Story? Was that in the 90s?
That was like late mid 90s, maybe late 90s. I'll find. Hey,
Yeah,
by
that's
the way,
how I
Into the
just
Dragon
know.
was 1973, Pot.
72, yeah, that's what I thought.
What was what?
Into the Dragon was in 73.
Yeah, Bruce Lee was definitely too. He was old when we was like, you know what I mean?
Bronx Tale was 93. Bronx Tale was 93. So yeah, that you could yeah. I like boy. I say colors too because it let me know what was going on the West Coast and how they did things, and I was intrigued by their, how they did stuff, drive-bys and the gangs and all that. And You know,
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. Yeah.
I always like the mythical movies and fantasy movies, man. I was more into that stuff.
Same here, Pop. I like
I mean, that's like what Conan the Destroyer.
Oh
yeah,
right.
Legend, remember Legend?
We had Purple Rain, Labyrinth, Breakfast Club, Goonies, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's one of the guys.
Beetlejuice.
Watch that.
Indiana Jones.
That's my wife's shit. She
Indiana
fuck with
Jones, bro.
Beetlejuice heavy.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Ghostbusters, The Shining, Nightmare on Elm Street.
The Breakfast Club. That was my shit too.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah. We said Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Okay, so you saying movies that change life, which are shit
Yeah,
that
he
we
said,
fuck
yeah,
with,
that's the
because
thing, like, that changed your
that's
life.
where I'm like, that's what I'm having an issue with now. Shit that I fuck with, yeah, all that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, fucking Boys in the Hood and fucking Menace to Society when that came out.
I think Star Wars. Star Wars changed.
Now, that would be the one that I would say that affected me.
Star Wars,
yeah.
I think
Because
Star
I'm
Wars
all
is
about all that
important.
shit, the whole
How many of
spirituality.
y'all wanted to be a Jedi?
All right.
Oh, man. Nigga, I am a Jedi now. You feel me?
Yeah. You're right. I think Star Wars was the most inspiring.
JB Swift, what up? They're running the story.
Yeah, probably was.
Silence of the Lambs.
That was the shit.
that's
That was
nice.
just wild. Shit.
Hey, don't forget the most classic one.
When they boiled the rabbit or something? Was that movie? Where they put the rabbit in the pot.
Rat Boy?
That was the one that had Buffalo Bill with the taking
that
human
motherfucker.
skin and making
Yeah, he was wearing motherfuckers.
E.T. now.
Nah,
Don't
that wasn't
forget
Rat
E.T..
Boy.
Oh, I
Nah,
never heard
that's Dre. That's Dre shit. Rat Boy.
Hell yeah.
I say
Trading Places was my
Arachnophobia.
shit though.
Oh yeah, Trading Places was a shit though. Yeah, that's a classic right there.
Yeah.
In terms of straight humor, period. Yeah, that movie was amazing.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Shit.
that
Oh, fuck, I was just about to say something. That shit just went right away. Fuck, whatever. Go ahead.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Mad Max, bro.
Did y'all say Rocky?
Nah, but yo,
Rocky
Rocky.
is one of them too, just like Star Wars. Rocky
Ryan
was
Wallace.
part two.
Yeah, the Rockies was because it kind of started in the 70s and made its way. It was a franchise in the 80s, and
Rocky
definitely worked out the Rocky music. Definitely, Rocky music was
Rocky was more like a Thanksgiving treat.
Like if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
But, for Thanksgiving, when Thanksgiving start, Rocky movies and all that, you know what I mean? It puts you in a Thanksgiving feel,
How about Karate Kid? Because that kind of had a message to it with bullying and stuff like that.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, Karate Kid was a good one too. Was a hit.
About Gremlins. That was
Gremlins, Terminator.
Oh yeah,
Aliens.
Terminator.
I mean, Aliens was scary though, but that wasn't too much inspiring. But
yeah, Terminator is a classic.
I would say that taught me more about the motherfucking industry and the business, motherfucking Hollywood Shuffle.
Nice.
Winky Dinky Dog.
Right.
Jerry Curl and shit.
Yeah, bro, that shit was hilarious. That is one of my top classics. That and I'm
Any
gonna
y'all,
get you
any y'all
something.
mess with Back to the Futures?
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
come on, man, that's
That
another.
kinda-
It wasn't inspiring, but it was I mean, as far as because it was too far fetched for us to understand it. Then I mean, it was it was sci-fi. Yeah, it's just another sci-fi movie that I love. Yeah, it was just more. How we looked at sci-fi as like far fetched. You know what I mean? So it was exciting to watch.
Not for me.
Nah, you was playing sci-fi already that day. You was
I'm
going
like,
back.
I like computers. Like I'm from the computer age. Like my
JB
first computer was Texas Instrument. Like
Wow.
nobody had-
Shout out to
Okay.
Texas Instruments, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody had a computer. I had to write my own programs just to get a smiley face on the screen.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
Yeah, man.
Hey, JB Swift says Big Trouble in Little China.
Hey, yeah, that's a classic right there. Classic.
That's a classic. Yeah, that's a
Hell
classic.
yeah.
Definitely classic.
Low Pan.
What let me ask you this. What 80s / early 90s movie would you like to see remade?
remade shit. None of them because they'd be
Oh
fucking
shit, I
up the
want to see a
remakes.
lot of them because a lot of them could have been a well furnished to something great. I mean, someone was good, but they could have been better just with a little more touch. You know what I mean? So long as they do it right, I can take
That's the thing. They don't never do that shit right though. They always fuck them up. Like I'd rather just keep it how it was or whatever. And like
this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you could add to it later, like make it a sequel or whatever, but
not remake it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's
Anybody like Major League?
Yeah.
Yeah, Major League is my shit. I love Major League. I love Major League, dog.
I would want them just like the graphics and stuff. I want them to see them remake it and put different type of animation as far as explosions and things like that, and kind of make
story,
right.
Like they did Space Jam.
See?
I think a lot of remakes would be good because of the technology that we have now, but I think take Never Ending Story. If you remade that, take the kid like feel off of it and make it more dark and real, but put the character, keep the storyline, but make it more like old shit, like
That's one that definitely could be touched up, even though it was great as it was, but that could be touched up to be something greater. That one. I think Star Wars stay where it's at. Star Wars is just perfect, man. I don't know if you can take. I don't know if you can go. It's just
well, Star Wars evolved with the time, so there's nothing to really change about Star Wars. That shit just got better with time.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. Can't really do too much of Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars is perfect. Like they've been doing, added on, like you said, with Star Wars. But
yeah. What about Dark Crystal?
Ghostbusters a million times. They destroyed
Dark Crystal.
Go ahead,
I remember that vaguely.
Me too.
Yeah.
Crystal.
I remember getting hyped to watch that too when it, before it hit the scene and everything. I was real hyped to watch that.
Okay, I'll say this is not movies, but it's a movie fucking because I'll be fucking with anime, and Ninja Scroll got me into that whole shit back then. Ninja Scroll was fucking crazy for me. So that's if I'm gonna go anime wise, Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll was dirty, nasty, but it was great.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
What up? Fist of the North Star?
Yeah, Fist of the North Star. See, that's what we were, we want to talk about anime. Oh, come on, man. Anime. I know y'all, I don't know if y'all watch anime, but anime take you to a whole different dimension, man. Anime is different, man. Anime is like very advanced.
I'm trying to tell why, body, but you don't want to fuck with it though. You don't be watching the cartoons, but
but they, anime is more mature than just a regular cartoon.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
man, that shit deep.
Now they have stories to them shit.
Yeah, this shit is great.
I can't watch the animation. That shit fucks me
up.
I
was inspired by Dragon Ball. I was inspired by Dragon Ball when Master Roshi had Goku and Krillin doing unbelievable training, like they had to deliver milk around the globe almost and shit.
Don't get me started on that because I'll go on a whole ass fucking rant about that shit. Like that shit is crazy.
I just sit up 24/7, yo, 24/7 from watching that. I woke up there and sit up.
And the planet motherfucking gravity like fucking 10 times stronger than Earth's gravity and shit. Like,
really?
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. Wild, that shit inspired me a lot. That cartoon kept me into it. That actually made me more back into the martial arts thing, or maybe look deeper into it.
I would say this then, Pot. I don't know how much violent anime you watch, like that shit gets extremely gory and all that. I don't know if you fuck with that, but since you like the fighting. All right, so you need to watch Baki on Netflix.
I watch Baki. What you talking about?
Okay, let's go then, baby. We already out of here. Hey, let's go.
Baki is inspiring too, but you know what? The best one was the original Bakis. Like, the first ones before they came out with these. The original, did you ever watch that one?
No, I didn't watch that back then.
Man, you gotta watch the beginning when Baki was a kid, like when
I'm not even hip. Yeah, I need to definitely
that one is the most inspiring because it's more like how he got strong and all that stuff, how he started getting strong and all that. But it's still great to watch them now. But the beginning, the first 20 episodes, whatever, from the first one, because they just put a cut on it for years, and they finally came back with something for it. But but
I'm
the
gonna
first,
definitely peep that then. Yeah, because
it's called Baki the Grappler. Look up Baki the Grappler. You got to add the Grappler on it. Baki the Grappler.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Pot and RTO, get a room. Let me,
yeah, I see it right here.
JB Swift said the two Sphinx scene would be crazy.
Yeah.
And Rod Wallace said Ninja Scrollers is my GOAT.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let me ask you this off the wall question. What? That's not off the wall, actually. What do you think the world will look like in 5 years?
That's a big question, because that's if the war is like we was talking, like if this silent war, if it remains silent, then you're just gonna see what's been thrown in our face. Because the only way it's gonna change if some break out. So it's like it's gonna run smoothly, and we really not gonna recognize too much of a difference. It's just gonna be a lot of rules and all that extra stuff. But
5 years. So how do you see?
I can't. I mean, that's hard.
I don't see money being important. I don't see money.
I don't see cash being around. I think cash is gone.
Everything it's digital now, but everything is going to become more digital. Like all that cash.
Yeah.
The cash is going to be here, but everything is computerized, digitized. It's going to be TV screens everywhere, touch screens everywhere.
Go to McDonald's. You got to order.
Swiping left, right, everywhere.
You're gonna have Apple Pay implanted in your fingertips and shit like that.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to take a pill and look the way you want. If you want to be this or want to be that, they got all kinds of hormone things, turn you into a woman overnight. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy world.
Overnight.
If you want titties, there's a
I
pill.
hope nobody
If you want to
slipping
go,
that pill in your drink, man. That'd be hell.
they got the
Hey,
technology,
you
though.
can just use a Bluetooth to put the shit in the drink. You tap the
They got
phone
the
on
technology to make you who you want to be, though.
AirDrop.
I wouldn't be surprised if you can actually buy a kit to improve who you are. With hormone stuff and all that.
What
I
up?
wouldn't be surprised. If you want a dick, if you want a pussy, if you want to be bigger, if you want to be taller, if you want to be strong, they're gonna have a kit with steroid, the proper stuff to transform you into what you want to be. Huh?
Bro got the jab. He said this nigga was here the other day. He said something keep happening with his phone. He's like, my Wi-Fi keep popping up.
Listen,
What up,
bro.
CX?
I just seen. I might have sent it to you. But
with the
you sent me
guy.
something. I ain't checked the last one you sent me.
But yo, it's a dude, man. He got a video out where the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth keep connecting to him. Straight up. So I think what's happening is like me and Pop was talking. I think they got a special recipe for everybody that because I mean, if you realistically, if you look at it, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to take control over something and I had too many subjects and I had to, shave a little off the herd, I can't give everybody that elimination recipe. I got to keep some around to make sure my shit's still running. So I think everybody getting a little different, but that's neither here nor, but that shit's real. That's a fact, man. That's happening for real.
Question: do they ask you like? Do they ask? I'm sorry, Rich. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did see that video, and that's why it popped in my head when bro said, "Why they keep popping on?" I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Let me ask y'all this: what y'all think about the LeBron getting the jab and what he had to say?
We talked about this last night on the show. I think well, I've been kind of following it up until this point because he was just he had a lot of pushback for a long time for a reason, because he just don't want to fuck with it. But his position is more important than him actually getting that done, because the optics of it is what they're going for. Because if people who follow him and look up to him see that this is a good thing and he's gonna do it, then you're gonna have people who are gonna follow suit. That's herd mentality. But he also said that he did not want to do it where it's videoed or photographed or anything like that. So we don't really know what the agreement is behind the scene. It could be like, cool.
That's just don't sit right.
You know what I'm saying? I think if I had to take an educated guess, I don't think it's going to be a legitimate situation. But I think what we get as spin, it's going to be he got it. We're not going to see it, and they're going to use that to for social engineering. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He could walk away. He's rich. Like he could walk away and say fuck it. But
I got a question.
Hold on, before you.
What do they like? I'm
Hold
saying when you do this thing, what do they ask you like for information wise? Do they just like they ask you? I'm pretty sure they.
I can tell you. All you do is for me, I went to one of those pharmaceutical companies, the regular neighborhood ones. You go there, you set an appointment up, you go in, you give your clipboard to fill out the information. They just want to know what's your name, blah blah blah. I don't think they ask you for your social. What they do is they ask you have any other line of health issues and et cetera, et cetera. Is this your first or your second one? Then after that, it's really not really much to it. Then you sit in a line and the guys call people in, get it done. My thing on it is this: look, I'm not mad if that's your choice if you want to get the shit, but I don't think people should be forced to get it or face disciplinary action as far as losing your job and shit like that. I just don't. I think that kind of violates a lot of shit with your constitutional rights and stuff, man. I don't want people telling me what I can and cannot put in my body, as far as that's concerned, especially some shit like that could possibly, as we talked about in the past. So that's what he want to get. I'm pretty sure LeBron's a smart man, and what he got for, I don't want him doing that for the face of the organization either. I think that's bullshit. But
you got to understand the handlers, they've made you, they've paid you and they've made you. So they could pull a plug on you at any point. So you got to make a decision. Even if he walked away and said, fuck it, I'm done, and stood his ground, that in itself is detrimental because you got to understand that they may come after him. They may come after his family.
They make him R. Kelly.
Because they got to make an example of, you got to understand, man, a good movie to go back and really analyze is the X-Files, the movie, not the series, the movie.
And LeBron is too perfect. I know the nigga did something in his lifetime. I don't.
Oh yeah, he did mad shit.
Too damn perfect. Nobody's perfect, man.
Yo, you're party animal.
But that's part of the control, is to keep a good record of their subjects and everything you involved in, everything you've done. And as soon as you don't toe the line, they're gonna have to pull rank on you. And they control the media, so it's like we're gonna air you out. Everything's gonna come up. If I'm going to pay you $100 million, I'm going to know everything about your life, your friends, where you live, your family, everything. It's like the mafia.
Right.
So if I need to get at you, and if I can't get you directly, I know who to touch. That's why a lot of people, a lot of entertainers, when they talk about sacrifice and stuff like that, it's not so much as that, but it's like we have to send a message to you to make sure you stay where you need to stay. So.
You know who's real? I'm sorry. You know who's real though? Who's real out of all of them? Eddie Griffin, man. Eddie Griffin is real, man. That's y'all love Eddie Griffin, man.
That man will never have 100 million. No big role. Right. He will never have 100 million in his bank account either. That's just why.
He don't care. Don't look like that boy chilling.
That's right. Real. That's real shit.
Money is power, man. Money is influence too. So.
We're at the crossroads, man. That's why the answer to the question you asked, how do I see the world in about 5 years? I can't answer it because we're at a juncture where we've never been. And there's so many different scenarios that can play out. So it's unfolding and we're living it in real time. So I can't really answer that question because I don't know. We're at a brand new crossroads right now. I can make up some shit and how I would like to see it, good or bad, but I don't have a definitive answer for that because we're at the crossroads. We've never been here before.
I'm just seeing stuff come out the roots, and I'm just like seeing like, whoa, this is where they got this here for. Like, I just feel like they don't want cash here anymore. They want to control everything. Everything's going to go on the computer. When everything's on the computer and online, you can control it. You could terminate it to kind of, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
You can manipulate it.
Yeah, they don't want you to keep your money under your mattress, but I think the best place to keep money is under the mattress, because what happens if the bank shut down? I ain't got cash, or somebody wants to seize my shit because they thought that they think I'm a conspiracy or something.
We just talked about that last night. We just talked about that because I've been kind of like trying to let people know to take cash and put it somewhere where you have access to it, because when we do have this ultimate change in the system, people will not have access to their money. You're not going to be able to go to a ATM machine or a bank and withdraw your funds. So your funds going to go up in smoke. I'm just going to keep it a beam with you.
When the shit hits the
But
fan, they want cash. I'm gonna want some goods. We gonna be trading.
That's going to be king.
Trade and barter.
Yeah, that's going to be king. But the thing is, Bank of America, they recently had a glitch like that last week, and people couldn't get access to their funds. So their online system just went MIA, and people panicked. And people are not. You got a couple of people who still can't find their funds, and that was just a small glimpse in what's coming down the road, man. So you got to be smart and get your cash to a place where it's accessible to you, because keep in mind, even if the system does what it's going to do, we will still function within our borders with the currency that you have access to. So if you got, $100,000 in cash, you still can go buy some shit, but everybody not going to be able to do that because they don't have access to cash.
If they don't have access, though, then you get robbed and beat the hell out of when you go to the store.
Well, what's up with this stuff for getting robbed for your generator and shit, pot? You ain't gonna have no ammo. You ain't gonna have no
See, the thing is, man,
weapons?
when you up against something that's way beyond you, your only resource is really you. That's what I believe in. You know what I mean? Your resource, your strength is here. It's like you don't need exterior things, the need of exterior things to like a car to get to work or this and that. You are the prime source of energy and power. You know what I mean? So basically the things that you need is things that's not connected to any kind of power, things that you can, either make out of nowhere, whatever. It's like when you need stuff like generators and, just the things of need in this world, you still kind of stand. It's like you still connected. It's like
all right. I don't want to get too far off grid, but so what are your essentials in time of craziness? What are your essentials? So no generator. What are your essentials though? What are your what do you need? What do you need?
You asking him?
Yeah, I'm asking.
A knife and a tent and some sardines.
Yo, man, something going on with this phone, man.
Yo, that's all Pot need. A knife, a tent, and some sardines. That nigga straight.
What about some potted meat too?
Potted meat.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. All you need is a nice knife, a compass maybe to know if you're going east, west, whatever. You need an axe, and you need some you need that gear, right? You need some thermal type stuff, like one of them tight fitted like thermal things, so you could be mobile and stuff like that. You just need the basic stuff, man, simple stuff, but nothing that involves electric, any of that stuff, because that's failure already.
Well, the only reason I disagree, I don't disagree, but
I know
this collapse is going to be in waves and levels. And once we get to a level where you living in a tent and you need a compass, bro, it's we done.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of jumping over the immediate things that you may need for disturbances that we might have with electricity and things like that, or some sort of delay in the food line. So
for the horse.
Yeah, you need to deal with that first versus you're gonna be digging a hole and you're gonna be in the woods eating acorns. Like, I get it.
But if you got the prime, like if you got the supreme way of survival, all the other stuff you can just work. You should be working on that slowly, but you should make sure when it gets to the bottom, you got the bottom. You know what I mean? You got that.
You're right.
Because everything go to a certain level. Like you can't go stage by stage because that stuff might not be available at that time. If you go on stage by stage, all that stuff probably be getting wiped out anyway.
I got one question for this man since he's talking about going back to basics.
I'm just saying, man.
The compass, there was something before the compass. So if you lose your compass, what direction are we headed in?
What happened?
The compass gets broken, you lose it. What direction are we headed?
Yeah, how would you find your direction?
Somebody steals it.
Checking the direction of the way dudes motherfucking growing and shit.
Now let's really go back to the essence and know the basics. A compass was made.
Right.
Now if we lose our compass, where do we go?
Follow the North Star.
We follow the sun, or we just follow the
you guys,
but see, that's the problem. You keep neglecting. This is
Pop
what you
said
keep
follow the sun.
Sun's gonna be right there everywhere you turn, nigga.
This is where you keep on. This is where you're gonna panic at. This is where you're gonna panic at. Because you keep forgetting, you keep. It's like you keep downgrading the mind. It's like you keep making the mind seem like it doesn't have the ability.
Shit in the sky surrounds you to use.
Right.
Make shit easy for yourself.
What?
He's basically saying, Pot, you're making it harder than it has to be for yourself.
I'm not making it harder than it has to be. I'm trying to evolve into something better than depending on some man-made fabrication.
No,
you know what I mean?
North Star's not man-made. Your compass is man-made.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still something that don't run off electric. It don't run off none of that stuff.
Okay. Let's go to another. What
I said is you don't need electronics. You don't need electronics for direction if you got a compass or your knife, whatever how you want to do it. But at the same time, that depends if you have a direction. You don't even have to have the direction. Compass not even that important.
Pot
but
like
all I'm
fuck.
saying is,
so what if you was in a spot where the gravitational pull is all tripped out, like say fucking where's that shit? The Bermuda Triangle or some shit like that. And
I'll let my mind guide me and naturally feel what's going on around me, and I'll navigate around it that way. Y'all keep on downgrading.
I'm not. We not.
You can just look up in the sky.
I'm not downgrading you, brother. I'm not downgrading you.
The tighter the situation, the mind adapts. The mind finds a way.
You know what'd be bugged out though? You know what'd be bugged out though? Like, we put a camera on Pot and we see him. He in a tent. He got his knife. He got some shit on a stick. He's cooking it. The whole shit, right? And then you pan the camera left and you see the nigga crib and shit. Like the niggas in the front yard,
right? He like Bear Grylls and shit.
A lot of cats probably do that on YouTube. I guarantee you.
That nigga said fuck. They said fuck the comments, man. They got an app for that.
Right.
All I'm saying is, man, we have to believe that the mind is not something.
You're right.
You know what I mean? The mind is like it's equivalent to everything. You know what I mean?
You're
like,
right. I agree.
To open to worlds that you never thought it can open to or even live in. You know what I mean? You just got to believe and be strong. Strength is the key. Just being strong and really getting in it, because you don't need to be guided all the time in the mind. That's why we got here. What about the people before us? What about the people who give us information? And
no, you're right. You're right.
You've been guided, nigga.
You just kind of you jumping over some steps though. But you I mean, we agree.
Before the horse, man.
Preparation allows you to navigate properly. You know what I mean? But you gotta be prepped to not just jump into a to a cave hole without knowing what's in there. But there's ways to do that. So
right.
If you like travel and always prep yourself, not in the opening, but you just move slowly. But the mind also opens up a little more. You're more intelligent when you under these circumstances.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And I'm with you on that. We get it.
I don't want to be using my mind though, and I want to have already have my shit together. I don't want to have to rely on my mind if I don't have to.
Yeah, but you will have to rely on your mind
and shit like that.
That's the last.
Well, all right, if I have to, I have to. But if there's other things in place that I could have and I could possess that make me, I don't have to use my mind.
Away from then what do you do when that's all taken away? All those possessions. What do you do now?
That's the bottom. That's the bottom of the spectrum of the scenarios. So you went from just the power going out to straight Red Dawn.
Yeah, that puts me in. That makes me put it this way. It puts you in this. This is how power works. Okay, how can I say it? It makes me formidable to what's going on. It doesn't make the situation me attached to the situation. It puts me on a balanced scale with what's going on.
So you expect the worst to prepare for the worst.
So you adapt. So
you look at a
adapt
person,
to your situations. Is that what you're saying? You adapt to your situations.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, but it separates you. Because when you still dependent, it shows that you still dependent on what's connecting and what's going on with that. You're still attached to it, like emotions. You're still like it's like you're attached to emotions. You can't let go.
So you're speaking of material things.
No, I'm just trying to compare it to why when you go how far to like a knife it makes you formidable to what's happening. It puts you on a different scale. It makes you on parallel basis. You're not sticking to this. You already lost when you already see them defeating you. You can look at any situation and put you on equal basis. It's all mental. You could be on equal basis against anything that exists, no matter if it's a billionaire, an army, or anything. If you see it on equal basis, it makes you equal. It makes you equal as an opponent in some way.
Yeah,
so if I go out,
like no one's above me. I get that point of it.
So I got a question.
Yeah, but if you stuck to the system and you need stuff that still makes you a part of the system, that makes you still dependent.
I'm not talking about the system. I'm talking about just the natural things around you. I'm not talking about. I'm not. The system's unnatural. I'm talking about the natural things around you. This is the sky. It's just stuff you can utilize to get you along. That's all.
Right.
I'm not talking about the man.
And that stuff comes into play in worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario. But
the whole start. Oh. Okay.
But what 80s movie, if you had to pick one, best describes where we are now and where we're headed? If you had to pick one, just one.
That's a great one.
It's a lot of them too, man. It ain't even coming.
Just one. What's going on now and where we're headed?
Whatchamacallit? I mean, this is the one that popped to my mind. The Time with Justin Timberlake.
The Time. What?
Time when they had the time, they had time on their hands. They had the
I said from
time.
the 80s, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn.
Like Justin Timberlake. That nigga was still
that nigga wasn't born.
I think he was born in 90.
Damn.
What's up, CX the producer? Ryan Waller, JB Swift.
I think shit. Okay, instead of 1, 2.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
I would say yes and no.
Yeah, a little bit related, but not
because Red Dawn that's a full scale invasion, man. That's when your knife and all that shit's gonna come in when you gotta head to the hills
and your compass to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Go this way. Follow the
if I had to pick 2, I would say They Live in Terminator.
Oh yeah, that's the movie. They Live, yeah. And Terminator.
Yeah. The machines, Skynet. Man. Yeah. Skynet is Google and all this other shit. Algorithms.
That's Total Skynet. Recall, nigga.
And
Skynet. Man.
Total Recall. I got
I
5 kids, man.
I definitely would go with Terminator and They Live. Hell yeah, definitely.
Universal Soldier.
That's the future. That's more the future. That's positive. I mean, they're already doing that now. Everything that we see, they actually doing already anyway.
You know, they had the fax machine in the 1920s.
Shit, they had fucking television back in the 70s, nigga. That's the biggest technology of all.
So Skynet would be equivalent to 5G and artificial intelligence. because I think artificial intelligence, in order
AI.
for it to run efficiently, they're gonna need 5G for it. Plus, you got quantum computers.
What's the term? How everyone speaks together, like the web. I can't remember the term, but
algorithms.
No, but how each thing can speak to each other wirelessly. It's like a term for it.
Telepathy,
hosting or some shit.
Talking about telepathy?
No, not telepathy. Nah, not for no robots.
Airdrop, nigga.
It's not shit.
But yeah, it's like, cause they like, I don't know if you ever watched fucking Westworld, but something like that. How one of the
network or something.
Yeah, how one can talk to the other and shit. Like you say, 5G can help push that. Yeah, I can see that. Cause
I tell you what, though, 5G is gonna make hell of a soldier. I tell you that. Because you could probably use one man to invade a whole damn base by using satellites and navigate him to the heart of it, destroying it all.
Like a hive network, I think is what term.
Well, you will only it would have to be just one person with that technology. I think every major civilized, technologically advanced nation has access to this technology, and they're assimilating as fast as possible to make sure they're on board for whatever's going to be on the other side of this shit.
You know what, though, too? Metal Gear. Anybody like played Metal Gear in the Metal Gear?
I played it.
I played it, but I don't have a PlayStation, so I don't have access.
The whole story
to
to Metal Gear. Metal Gear actually broke down everything that's going on right now too.
The way we going is gonna be GTA in 5 years around this moment.
Shit.
Metal Gear with the super soldiers and all that stuff. How they how they can navigate them through and all that stuff with just one man. You can navigate them through, and point out get them through things safely and accomplish what they got to do.
Man, remember that game Contraband? I want them type of guns, man.
I think we're just at the end of a cycle, and this shit got to come down. And I think the powers that be want to make sure they are in a position to maintain their position on the other side of this shit. Because I honestly, based on just ancient information, it's kind of like going to be a clean slate for humanity. It's just all depends on what position you want to be in on the other side of this shit. And when you look at the fact that we outnumber the ruling elite, they got to make sure when the control system goes down, you can't have too many motherfuckers to maintain. I think that's why they're trying to really just bring the numbers down now and keep some. But
It's destroying and starting over, and those are strong survive, the weak go first.
I mean, that's the natural way of thing.
It's almost like trying to maintain control of your herd, but the control mechanism that you've put in place is gonna go up in smoke, and you got to create a new one. So once it goes up, and your herd has grown over the hundreds of years of having this control mechanism in place, you got to bring your numbers down because you're not going to be able to control. It's almost like taking a box and you got all these marbles in this box. And when you pull the box up, all the marbles just scatter everywhere. And you having a hard time trying to keep them all from getting away from you. I think the numbers are so high that they're trying to reduce the population as much as possible and maintain control on the other side of this thing. But I think everybody has the opportunity to be in a good position on the other side of this thing. That's why they really want to try to regulate cryptos and shit like that. Money, paper money is going to be a wrap. That shit's going away.
Oh yeah. All right.
Man.
That's why.
It's sad because it eliminates a lot of, but there is going to be a dark way of doing crypto. However you put it, there's always there's always loopholes to everything, and so. But we don't know what that will be for that time when it comes. We don't know
exactly
to how the loopholes will work with crypto and all that kind of stuff.
Imperial credits. Star Wars shit.
I wouldn't mind being a bounty hunter. I'll hunt all y'all niggas.
But credits, but credits, to be honest with you, in order for our civilization to go to its next phase,
contracted,
Earthwise, we have to go to a digital credit system. We have to, because that's just the next evolution of means of exchange.
Gonna be digitized.
Because if you look at all those movies and those Star Wars movies and just space movies, everything is done in digital credit.
We've been talking about this for 30 years. We called this 30 years ago.
Bloodstream. I'm telling you.
And it's right here.
In your bloodstream.
But you know what? But it's even in the cars. If you like really into like exotic cars like I am and stuff like that, the future cars that's coming, they running in a quarter mile in like 8 seconds, man. Like things are very fast coming up. Like these electric cars and all that stuff, they're so fast that combustion cars are gonna be extinct in a few years, man. Like I say about 10 years or 5 years. Combustion cars are gone.
I don't think they'll ever be able to do that. They'll never be able to get rid of it. You know why? Because of the oil, man. You can't. You get rid of that.
Oil is not the only resource of energy, man. Like there's many ways to get it. There's so much that oil is just right now.
Oil, petroleum is a slave resource. We don't have to use that.
But that's still good. Even if the shit hit the fan, you need oil for certain shit.
Oh yeah, you'll need it.
Been around.
You'll need it definitely, but just looking at,
we could have been got rid of oil. We could have been got rid of combustible cars.
No, that's not. What are you talking about, man? You don't need, like, you can easily get by oil. Do you have oil in your cell phones? You see oil in your cell phone?
You need oil in your you need oil in your car right now, right?
Do your cell phone use oil?
Because it don't take oil. But if it took oil, shit, I'd have it.
So why would an electric car need oil? Period. Like why would?
Because they're not going to shut down the oil. It's like Dre said, it's a slave resource. They're not.
It's a slave resource because it keeps us working the machine.
Thank you.
Called society.
Where you go?
I thought and as long as we way to run electric cars.
Oh no, I didn't say no physical. I'm talking about.
No, you got to have something that. If you go back to Nikola Tesla was designing technology that was free. Right. The only reason they knocked him off and shut him down is because
they had to reception again.
No, they had to figure out a way to charge us for the shit. And if they couldn't charge us for it, they didn't want to fuck with it. That's why we have electric lines versus power that was free with no cables, no wires, no nothing. That's the first free energy guy, on the planet.
Thanks.
But they said, shit, it's cool. We'll fuck with you, but how we gonna regulate the shit to charge people? How we gonna make money?
Exactly. I understand that too. I mean, because you can really just build a generator, in these cars. They could just recharge it themselves. All you would probably need.
There's a man. There's a man that made a car. Man, I think it was 30, maybe 4 years ago, that everything, the brake pads were inexpensive. Everything that had like one tail headlight on it, and he tried to get them to produce these cars. It was so because maintenance wouldn't have been an issue. And that's the reason why all these parts cost money, because now you just going to buy a Honda, you're going to be spending money on parts later on. So they would not let that car, and that car was so practical. It made sense. It was so, everything made sense all the way down to the freaking brake pad. And
you don't make no money from
it would destroy you because no way to make money off of it. So,
and that's what's sad. That's what's sad about this world. God, money is God.
Sicknesses and hospitals and pills. I mean,
if I'm God, can't prevent
right.
I mean,
it's sad, man. That's sad to me.
But we're at the crossroads where this shit is it has to come down, and evolution, technology is a positive and a negative of our evolution on this planet, because you can actually use technology to make things much easier for life, but you should not use technology as a means of control, and you shouldn't use technology to destroy the environment. And that's just where we have to kind of like make some changes on the other side of the coin. So once this coin flip, a lot of this suppressed shit is going to have to come out, because petroleum and all that shit is going to be behind us.
They trying to bring that back though. They actually trying to use petroleum because they trying not to go to the full electric thing.
There's nothing they could do to stop that shit, man. There's nothing they can do to stop it.
But they like for money reasons and all this stuff, because the electric cars is still, to me, like you said, like my man said, they still trying to find ways to make money.
Exactly. They'll figure that out. Once they figure out the way to make money, then they'll go ahead and delete the old shit and bump everybody up to the new shit.
And then another thing is
when the power cut out, everybody adds out.
Exactly, because it can't sustain. That's the problem. Like Because electric to me,
that nigga ain't got no oil. That
Niggas will be riding bikes. Niggas will be riding bikes.
with lights and knives with compass on them.
They said 1 in every
I be
250
saying,
car.
Rick's like, oh man, I knew it's right, man. You got that bike with that compass on it, brother.
They say 1 in
Now, let
every
me know if
250
you-
cars are electric. 1 in every 250. They sold about 20,
Yeah, but
20,
electric
31.
cars, you know what though? The problem with them though, they're run by fuel. I mean, they're like the batteries have cells. If you know about electricity,
circuits go
batteries
out.
burn
Circuits short out. Circuits
They'll-
stay fucked up.
They'll just start making more cleaner energy and start harnessing the energy of the sun with solar panels and stuff like that. We'll just evolve to that. The only thing that will send us back to the dark ages is a CME. And there's
Yeah.
nothing you could do about that. That's some natural shit that comes off our sun. It'll fry all this shit, and then we'll be back in the dark age.
Hey,
Yeah,
and
but- and
solar,
that's
solar
why
is regulated
electricity
too. They regulate
can't
solar
sustain.
too.
It can't sustain. It won't sustain. And that's the problem right there. It won't sustain. When you have a whole system ran completely by electricity, that's damn near a perfect system, and it won't sustain because perfection can never sustain
That
itself.
shit, like I said, something short out, man. Shit, the whole grid
You
going.
hit
the
zzz,
whole-
that's all it takes. Zzz.
Yeah, fuck around with some electricity you want.
Well,
that shit. Make
Like the mad scientist said, we will, put in that tight situation. We'll have to evolve and
Use our
adapt. And
minds.
we'll figure it out. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. Until we get there, in the meantime, let's not go in the front yard with tents and knives and shit. And let's just be practical about this shit. Not fucking
That's
with
what
you
y'all
out.
gonna think about when it go down too. The first thing y'all gonna think about is that
Don't let them
Rambo.
show.
night with that
Don't
fucking-
show them that you got the tent though, bro. You're gonna be set up. Oh, this dude get ready for something. Get him out of here. He's the first one.
Yo,
to
I'm
go.
kind of looking forward to that kind of lifestyle. It's scary, but at the same
I'm
time,
not.
it's living.
I'm not looking forward to
hell
that.
No, that
I'm
ain't
not.
nothing. Right.
Oh, come on,
I
man.
only want to do what I have to do.
To
I'm
survive.
not trying to do that
Right.
shit just because.
Right.
Nah,
You looking
nah.
forward to that shit? I'm good.
Nah.
Hell yeah. I've been looking forward to that since I was a kid.
Life.
Man.
And that don't sound peaceful to me.
I love shit
Straight
right
out
now.
of a comic book.
Yeah, like you fuck with Walking Dead, I bet.
Yep. Nah, I'm good on that, man.
I'm all the way cool.
So you're gonna stay attached. That's what I'm saying. So you remain attached.
No, I'm a detached when I know it's time to detach.
Right.
Right.
You don't pull the parachute beforehand.
Right.
It's like fuck it, let's get it on.
Nah,
And
nah,
when you
nah.
pull for that parachute, that motherfucker ain't gonna work and it ain't gonna be there.
I got a tent.
Nah.
Hey man, go ahead. I got a tent I've been waiting to use any motherfucking way.
Parachute like 1,000 years old. You open that, this shit ain't even gonna work, man. You gonna fucking
Listen, man, being outside in freezing cold weather and it's raining, it's not that. Listen, I don't care how
Right,
much we are in love with the whole renegade Mad Max type stuff. That's not a cool place to be, let alone if you by yourself and you just off on some, last man walking on the planet type shit.
Hey.
Cool. But when you got a
Right.
family, you got
Right.
loved ones, no.
No.
You got to
You
think
don't wanna see them
rational.
suffer, shit.
I'm not
Rock-
trying to look at my kids outside in a tent, wet with no food, and it's cold as hell.
Right.
But you know
Because
how
I can't
strong
wait
that
for it to
is
happen.
gonna be?
No,
But
there he go.
You know how
This nigga
strong
talking about
it
suffering
There he
by
go.
himself, though. He ain't
Hey,
got
I
no
gotta-
loved
hey,
ones.
real
He's
quick,
suffering by himself, man. That takes.
How was
strength,
that
nigga.
talking
You
about myself when my kids were born for the same thing I was born for?
Here's a question for you, Pop, from the panel there, the chat. He said, "What kind of warrior looks forward to war?"
That's I
What
like
kind
that.
of warrior looks forward to war? Because what he lives in is a prison. That's
He's
why.
prepared for war. We don't really
Right.
necessarily
You
want
look
to
forward
be
to
there.
it.
Right. Yeah.
So in my heart, deep down in my heart, knows that this isn't life.
That's why he skipped the other shit. He went straight to the tent. Like, let's just go. Fuck perishable foods. I need a compass, the tent.
Got my Atari
Hey,
Alzo
listen,
fucking sword.
listen.
I'm ready for war, baby.
I hear Pot, but bottom line is that nigga want a warm bed at night, and that's where he gonna be until further notice. Fuck the bullshit. Until further notice, he's gonna be at home. Even if the power go out, you still gonna be at home.
All right.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
we'll still be at home. True
Okay.
indeed, but I'm just saying.
I ain't trying to
I'm
hear none of
ready.
that other shit right now. Nah,
I'm
nah,
just
nah.
telling you that, like, you have to see how we talked again. You have to prepare your mind for what's in the future. Even
You're right. You're right. I'm with you on that. I'm with
See,
you on that.
So I'm not saying that, hell yeah, I'm still stuck in the system myself. But at the same time, my mind is trying to get through that. My mind is preparing itself.
Okay, so you covering all the bases. I get it. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's all.
I think you're running around the bases the wrong way. You're going to third base and shit. You're supposed to go to
third
first.
base. As long as you get to third base, that's a finish, right?
You got to go through first and second to get the third.
Home is the finish.
But if you have the right to get the third base, the second should be an ease walk through if you already got it all, figured out.
I got one more for you, Pot. Wild Ross also said, if all you have is a hammer, everything becomes a nail. Damn.
That's great, but you need a crowbar too.
Oh shit!
On that note,
you can't say nothing. All right.
What the fuck you gonna do with a crowbar? Open a crate,
nigga, out and then hammer the shit back in.
Oh my god!
That must be truck driver talk.
All I know is all you need is a framing hammer, a crowbar, and an axe maybe. You can take that whole damn out.
Exactly, Pot.
Oh my god!
Like you said, if you got a nail, the crowbar could fix all that. You nail it in.
So can the hammer. He's got a claw on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Carrying around too many damn tools, nigga. We trying to.
That's what tools were meant for, man. That's why we're carpenters. We build tools we make tools to build societies and castles and stuff like that. If you look on them third world channels, man, dudes be building out of mud and dirt. They be making.
Oh, I see them dudes. I've been seeing them dudes.
They're using this.
You having all kind of malaria and shit in there. You chilling in the pool.
Damn.
No filtration and nothing there. I'm good.
Fucking mosquito.
But those people are way stronger than us. They might be weaker physically, but they way stronger than us if the environment was.
Well, look, man, if you grew up in the 1860s, man, you're gonna be living a certain way, man. You know, it's a way we accustomed to living, man. I get kind of mad when the internet goes out in the house. So yeah,
I know yours is fabricated, theirs is real.
That's how they live, though. That's what they use what they have.
Know, but that's how we're supposed to live too.
Into that shit,
nah, we're not supposed to live like that.
I mean, because they was on some bullshit back then, though. I mean, you got to remember, motherfuckers back in them times, you just toss shit out the windows on the ground. Motherfuckers just walk across that shit barefooted and shit. Like, yeah, nah.
Them people could live in this world with no problem.
Like,
but
we came and taught these motherfuckers how to live cleanly and shit.
They'd be ate alive. They couldn't live in our world. You kidding me?
Man,
and Pot, you talking about people for whatever reason, and that just could be how the universe set it up.
Yeah, I know.
Those people are surviving in their environment. Right. And their level of evolution has stopped right there. We're not supposed to stop there.
Right.
We are supposed to wait.
Hold up.
Let me finish my statement. Let me finish my statement. If we lived in Iraq, right, and it's mostly fucking rocks and dirt and just as hot as hell, people have adjusted to this life because this is what they were born into.
Right. Exactly.
And Iraq is a geographical location where people actually live, and they've adopted a lifestyle and a culture for that area. Now, you take us and put us over there, we're gonna have a hard time surviving. Right.
Right, so, because we're dependent, we are still dependent.
It's not about dependence. It's about where you have been strategically, karmically placed on this planet, and that's what you have to deal with right now. You can't take people who have evolved with evolution and place them in a mud hut, digging shit with bamboo and catching fish with their hand. Like, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong. No, yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Technology has evolved, but we haven't evolved.
We have evolved.
And so what? What are we doing so great? All we doing is pressing button. The only thing that I see evolving is technology.
But that's a relative statement. That the only person that matters to is you. If you don't think that we've evolved to anything great, then cool. That's your reality. That's not the totality reality of everybody. What I'm saying is evolution is a mechanic of existence. Everything evolves.
Everything
Some
evolved,
people-
but at the same time, all our energy goes into this. This has evolved. We haven't.
So
But
let me
a-
ask. Can I
That's
ask
a
him this real
relative
quick?
statement.
I'm casting this, Dre. Do you hate technology and shit like that? Do you wish it wasn't here?
It's a good thing. It's not bad.
All right,
Pop
okay.
be talking that yak because his entire life and his comforts are surrounded by technology.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying.
So let's
from my
keep it.
perspective, that they are still more advanced because they know how to build stuff from their hands and
That's-
not use somebody else's.
That's fine, but you can't cross the streams, bro. You can't
Yes,
take
they
your
can.
reality. You can't take your reality and what you enjoy and what you are acclimated to and take somebody who's living in the rainforest. They got a whole system, and based on their reality, that's advanced for them. You can't merge two realities and be like, that's what we should be doing. That's not how it works.
They're
I
stronger.
understand
They're
what
more.
you're saying,
They're
but
stronger.
We haven't evolved if you take away all again, the needs, the attachments. Our reality is basically thought up. It's not. It's like handed to us to some degrees. We're not evolving. We're just taking notes from somebody else to build something. We don't even know how to do it from scratch. We're just taking the stuff already put together. How are we evolving?
That's our society.
Yeah, I know, but so we
But-
haven't really evolved to use our minds to build our own structures from our minds. Those people use their minds to build their own structures. So
But
that's
we
why
can do
they're
that,
capable.
No.
We can do
You know
that,
why you
but we
wrong?
just in the system, man. We can do that, but we just in that
Man, the
system.
system ain't nothing but.
But you know, but Pot, you know why you wrong? Because
How am I
everything
wrong?
around you right now was in somebody's mind.
Right.
Everything. Everything, even the car
But
you
if you
sitting
take
in,
it all
even the
away
shirt
from
you
them,
got on your
you don't
back,
know what to do
even the
without it.
gloves you got on your hand, that was in somebody's mind. Everything. So don't give me that bullshit about we not using our minds to create our reality around us. Your entire reality came out of somebody's head. Now, if you personally, pause. Wait. Pause. When you say our, you got to say yours.
Right.
You got to say
But I'm
yours.
just saying, none of us right now.
Don't say none of us. Say you.
I'm just saying right now. Put it this way.
Don't say
All
us.
I'm saying-
Say you.
Me. Period.
Okay.
If I put a evolving what you said, that's an evolving human being, and take everything around that human being away, and I put that person that you say that hasn't really evolved, they've been living in this whatever, and you put them into a place of nothingness, I guarantee the one that's been thinking for survival, how to survive without any what you call it again, without the needs and all the attachments and stuff.
Oh, the luxury.
They'll have better way of surviving than a person that already got guns made
Now,
from them.
Where,
than a person
where
that
is
already
this
got houses
location
made.
at? Is this in the Middle East or is this in the land of America?
No. I'm just saying.
Where we at? Where's this location?
I'm just saying, if you put these two people in a place of
Where's this
nothingness,
place? Where's
the
this
one
place?
that's, I'm just saying, I'm just not a place. I'm just saying, from I'm
That's
going down
important.
to the dark
That's
to the
kinda
dark.
important. I need to know
They
what-
got fucking game shows and about shit like that, putting people on
Naked and
islands
Afraid.
and see how they survive and shit like that. I'm not saying the human mind does not adapt. What I'm saying is you got to get out of your head of placing people in a place where karmically they're not even supposed to be, nigga. You're supposed to be here where you at right now for a reason. You're not supposed to be in the rainforest right now, because if you were supposed to be born in the tropical rainforest amongst the tribe who's building shit with huts and bamboo, that's where you would be. That's not where you at.
I wish I was there though.
Oh my god.
I like
Well,
hitting
tough.
bamboo trees and shit like that. That shit is fun, man.
Well, tough. You here with us?
Right.
Yeah, I'm stuck with y'all, man. Look at the portraits, man. Y'all look good in those portraits, man.
You couldn't even go over there and say, "Hey, I want to be part of your tribe." They'd be like, "Get the hell out of here." You couldn't even go over there and get part of the tribe.
American.
Man, you don't know that, sir.
You are an American living in America.
Yep. So
I didn't choose to live here. I was
Yes, you
born.
did.
Hey,
You chose to live here, buddy.
Yeah, because I'm still here, right?
hey,
That's on a human level.
This is your nature. This is where you.
We can get into some deep stuff, and we
reality.
can prove that you are here.
Your reality, boy.
It's perfect in its design. We already covered that.
It's supposed to be nowhere else but here.
Yep, right where you need to be, man. This is your reality.
No, but I get what you're saying, far as just being able to adapt and survive in situations where there's not much to pull from. You figure it out. I get that. We're not even shitting on that idea because we get it. Only thing I'm saying is you have a desire to want to be in those types of situations. And I think you should go pursue that.
At least try.
You're right.
Nah,
I think I do have a desire.
You gotta
for
challenge
it.
yourself. Nah, you do challenge yourself, man. Like, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Challenge, like, put yourself in the.
Yeah, you should go see what that's about. And then come back to your house and your warm bed and your hot food and your Dunkin' Donuts, green tea, and everything else you enjoy.
Vitamin water.
Yeah, we could chop it up. We could chop it up.
I would rather live in a cold side than a hot side because I
Take
don't
your
like
ass down to South America, man.
You can have that, brother. I don't want to be nowhere where it's
Go down
cold.
to the Amazon, man. See,
I'll take the cold side before
you
I
see
take
that
that
big
hot
ass
ass
snake
jungle.
that look like you see that big ass snake the size of a small pig, thicker than a small pig. Let me know how that works. Set a tent up over there.
Yeah, that would be
Boy,
very,
mantises and wolf spiders
very
and watch
bad.
them fight each other. That'd be my game.
Because when you take people and put them in environments where the smallest thing could kill them, you know, you're crossing the streams, man. The people who live there, who able to navigate those types of terrains and understand the plant life and what's poisonous and what's not, they're there for a reason to be able to maneuver through that. You can't play somebody who's not acclimated to that and be like, okay, nigga, survive and get bit by a small ass bug that look like a ladybug. Ooh, that's cute. It bites you when you dead.
Hell yeah.
Right.
That's not practical. That's not how nature set this shit up.
Right.
We are over here on this continent in America, learning what we are learning and evolving how we are evolving and being able to acclimate certain things for a reason. Because take, for instance, you got people of color that are back on the continent in Africa right now, right? And those people over there, that's the motherland. It has a lot of resources, this, that, and the third. But most of the people on the continent are still in monotheistic religion. They're either Christians, they're either Muslims, and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is where their programming is. You take us, the displaced African who's over here in America, we are the only ones who are tinkering around with this type of conversation. We are the only ones who are trying to think along the lines of the greater mysteries of life. It's something special about us that is going to pertain to how this shit is going to end over here in America, since America is the last piece of the puzzle that they're trying to topple right now. So if you're special and don't even realize that you've been strategically placed, born, incarnated here on this side of the planet because you got a mission to do. We all got a mission to do. That's why we're on this podcast having this taboo, but yet progressive, but yet evolving conversation, because there's something special about the souls that came back and incarnated in this land because we got work to do. It ain't about leaving and going somewhere else to live in the forest somewhere. You can't abandon your post. You can't abandon your post.
Yo,
huh?
You know what though? You are right. I mean, I do agree with everything you're saying.
I'm with that.
But the thing is, me myself always envisioned us together like this, doing this on this podcast stuff. I always like, yo, man, it'd be good if we all just was on a podcast and just doing what we do normally. You know what I mean? Like things that we talk about when we all together anyway.
That was in your head, right? That was in your head?
That was in my head, yeah.
Okay,
So
now you're living it. Now you living it. It was in your head.
That I, one of the spots in my head that I envisioned.
Okay, well, there it is. You gave birth to it. It's here.
That's the
we living it.
That's the T-lamp ball spot of reality.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you. Just wanted to thank you. I want to give you your flowers today while we here.
What kind of flowers?
Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Man, I don't like flowers. I think ferns are trick.
Oh my
Ferns
God.
Skynet.
But nah, man. just to add to that, some of my elders that I studied under, they always said that the displaced African is a key component to how this shit goes down in the end of the cycle. That's why we had to go through all the bullshit we went through over these hundreds of years, because we had to be groomed, prepared, beat down, and made into diamonds, because there's something special about the mind that it's going to produce in this last phase of the cycle. So we're an important piece of it, a very important piece. So you can't forsake the fact that your positioning, your life, and everything that you are vibrating on right now is so important to what the universe and the ancestors and you want to get into the woo-woo spiritual stuff. We were chosen for this job in this day and time right now. We were chosen for this. That's why we here geographically placed. So everything we talking about, you got cats on the continent, they're not talking about this stuff.
No,
they're not trying to evolve their minds and deal with the greater mysteries of life and be a part of something that is about to go down. They're just living their culture because they weren't chosen. We are the chosen, believe it or not. We're the warriors. We're the soldiers that have been sent back. Terminator. The Terminators. Yeah.
We some thinking individuals. We know not the followers.
So if you go to another continent right now with people that look like you, that's supposed to be the place where everything started, which is true, they're not talking about this stuff. It's not on their wavelength. They don't care about that because they were not chosen for this job. We were. That's why we got the books. We got access to the information, and we're the ones who vibrating on it. We're the ones who wake up on a daily basis, pondering on strategically what's going to happen, how we going to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? How are we going to evolve? How are we going to prepare? We're the ones. We've been sent back.
I mean, just by you going to the Walmart looking for survival gear, not saying you're doing that in the right order, but that's still in your fucking, what I mean?
Tell them to do that.
Exactly.
Right, still,
You know what I mean?
That's in your genetic programming.
Somebody's sending that frequency
that's scary, man. Don't tell me that. That's scary, man. Ain't that a little scary if y'all think about that one?
It's not scary. Some people are afraid of their own divine power and their own mission that they've been sent back for. I know for a fact I've been sent back for a mission. I got a mission to accomplish. We soldiers, man. Just accept it.
100% agree with that shit. Hell yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody ain't having this talk. Nope. A lot of us in this country are having this talk because we are part of a collective military, so to speak, that has been sent back, incarnated back to the planet for this. This is why we being prepared. And they trying to shut that down. The sheep, they not worried about.
All right.
We the problem.
And
I digress.
And that kind of goes back to a few weeks ago. We was talking about like different shows and shit that shows that uplifting to gather those minds who's about that shit. They try to shut that shit down. We don't need no type of more influence than
exactly
already there and shit.
A very good movie is The Stand. You ever seen Stephen King's The Stand?
Nah, I think I watched a little bit, but never really got a chance to really watch it through.
With the virus that was released and all the people died, but then you had people that were immune and they was having these dreams and they were being led for a battle. You got to check out Stephen King's The Stand. That shit's a classic. That shit came out in the 80s.
It's a novel too. They made it into a novel.
It's real dope. They did a remake. And the funny thing is, the lady who is contacting everybody via their dreams, she's black. Whoopi Goldberg plays her in the reboot that they did. But she's contacting everybody. They're having these dreams, and she's telling them to come to a particular location because she got to prepare them for war, because there's a virus that came and just wiped out all humanity, but everybody did not die. You have certain people that were just immune and they were left behind and they had to deal with all this. Yeah, check out The Stand, man. That shit's a classic. Matter of fact, check out the new one. The Stand.
I All right.
Got me thinking about some food now, man. I'm getting a little hungry.
God damn.
How did that get to
Not the convenience of food, bro.
Right. But we're gonna go ahead and end this. Definitely great show today. Thank everybody in the chat. Rod Wallace, JB Swift, Shelly and Reed. And we're gonna end it, man.
I just got one thing to say.
Go ahead.
Monster Bug Wars.
Huh?
Monster Bug Wars.
Bug Wars.
All right, I'd like to thank Brother Mordi, the Jersey Sun, Cage, special guest RTO Beats, the chat, Rod Wallace, Jackson producer JB Swift, Digital Hustle Films, Shelly Ann Reed. Please check us back on the playback. Also, check us out today, streaming to Twitch. Go check that out as well. Join us next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode number 27 of the Straight Up Podcast. I like the peace on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend.
Man, the fight is on my birthday.
What?
The fight coming up. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fight.
That's
on my
right.
birthday.
We'll talk about it later. Peace.
Peace. Damn, Rick's got disappeared.